Donald Trump called the 2015 Iranian nuclear agreement the worst deal ever negotiated, and he withdrew the United States from the deal in 2018. The former US president's maximum pressure policy failed to bring Iran to the negotiating table, and only pushed Iran to accelerate its nuclear work in retaliation. President Joe Biden, however, wants to rejoin the agreement and has held several rounds of indirect talks with Tehran. But there has been no breakthrough, and the so-called maximum pressure lingers on. US sanctions are designed to target the core parts of the economy. Estimates suggest Iran's crude exports dropped from about 2.8 million barrels per day in 2018 to as low as 200,000 barrels a day a year later. Iran has been trying to find ways to get around the crippling sanctions. The country's crude oil is identifiable by its grade, but fuels and petrochemicals are more difficult to trace, and Washington has imposed sanctions on shipping and insurance to prevent their trade. International insurance companies have walked away from Iran over the past 3 years. Now Iranian companies are providing marine insurance needed in maritime trade, and that's a burden on the already strained economy.
Sanctions are hurting the insurance industry and the economy, but it doesn't mean that we are weakened, because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. We believe in that. We have suffered these blows, insurance costs have risen, sometimes our work has been disrupted, but we have survived.
Ali Yousefpour, a former official at the Islamic Republic of Iran shipping line group, whose name is on the US Treasury Department's sanctions list, is defiant. He says the US measures have made Iran self-sufficient.
I believe if there weren't any sanctions, we had to buy new vessels from China and South Korea, but now we are building them ourselves. We built our own centrifuges under sanctions. We manufactured efficient air defense systems and missiles under sanctions.
And the exports of crude and petrochemicals are rebounding from their record lows in 2019. But the economy has been hit hard nonetheless. Sanctions and the COVID-19 pandemic are blamed for a sharp devaluation of the Iranian currency. The number of Iranians under the poverty line has tripled in 3 years, and a third of the population are deprived of basic human needs like food, clean water and shelter. The new Iranian government wants to see the sanctions lifted and is expected to resume nuclear negotiations soon. But Ebrahim Raisi insists he will not tie his economic plans to such talks, and is looking for alternative ways to neutralize the effects of sanctions. Reza Hatami, TRT World, Tehran.